We just got our housing data in showing us what happened in the housing market across the metro area during the month of May, and things are changing. First and foremost, we saw the median close value drop by 0.66% down to $600,000 flat. We saw the number of sales decrease by about 3%, and we saw the months of inventory increased by about 10% to 3.4 months. Interestingly enough, we saw the median days on market stay steady at 13 days, which is very low, as we see the values dropping and all this other stuff, which is very low considering what's going on. Now, what really stands out here, though, is the amount of active inventory at the end of the month of May. We were kind of sounding the alarm bells when we hit that 10,000 unit mark, and we are now at almost 14,000 active units as of May 31st, 13,599 to be exact. And if we look at why is this happening, well, for one, we have rates staying a little bit higher, or maybe a lot bit higher, depending on what you're looking for, than we like. But I think the major factor here is just an incredible amount of uncertainty in the global market, how the U.S. is perceived, and what that's doing to the 10-year Treasury note. Of course, I don't want to get too far in the weeds, but always happy to discuss. Now, what does this mean for buyers? Frankly speaking, it is a better time to be a buyer. You have more to look at, more negotiation room than the last many years. Of course, when we haven't seen this much inventory since 2011, we have a lot of distress and a lot of sellers that want to sell or wanting to make a deal. As far as the seller, properties are still selling every day, but you need to be really careful and very intentional about how you market your property, how you price your property, how are you going to differentiate your property versus the one down the block, and make sure that you appeal to that buyer walking through the front door, more than the other properties around you. We are always here to help. You just let us know what we can do. And thank you so much for tuning in.